Hello, demonettes and other hellspawns. Welcome to the next episode of EVE Online. We are going to move at the moment. We're gonna move all our ships. And yes, we are going to need a lot of space for that as well. So, repackage. I'm gonna repackage all my ships at the moment. Then you might think, well, that's counterintuitive, but actually no, that is not counterintuitive. I can trash this one, because I can get an empower again later in the game. Like, I can get a many empowers, repackage. Stack all. Select all. Let's see, can I bring any... Well, that's a destroyer, so that doesn't count. Really? So, yes, apparently it is counterintuitive because all my ships are too big for this ship. So, I know this one is too big. And not just a little bit too big, like really too big. Huh. Well, I can use the... Why is it this big? I need it to be a bit smaller. Thank you. Because I need to see the boundaries of the game. Let's see how expensive they are, because apparently I accidentally sold them. Whoopsie. No. I forgot what they're under. I done goofed, because I don't remember where they are. Car. No, that is, yes. Car. Cargo scanner. Expanded cargo holds, and they are under hull upgrades. Let's see. Okay, now I'm gonna go there because I want to make sure. Hull upgrades. I done goof myself. Expanse of velocity. Well, my velocity I don't care much about. Huh. I wonder which one is the best one. Make sure you get the correct one first of all. Variations. Compare. The estimate price I do not care about. Cargo space increase. The best one is the let me guess. Yeah, these things are quite expensive. So, no. Limited are also quite expensive. The basics are also quite expensive. So, if I'm gonna compare, the cheapest one would be the expanded cargo holds T2. These. Which are sold in the station for 1.2 million each. The D-type are sold for less. How many can I fit? Because I can make a lot of money. 2, 4, 6. First of all, let's make sure, because yes, the D-type is then the most best one. Keep in mind you will not actually use them a lot, so I could also go a bit more expensive. I need 6 of them, so I'll be down by 7.2. But only for now. You know what? I'm just gonna use the T1s. Meta zeros, or The most cheapest that I know. And why? Because I can. Because it might not look like much it will give, but keep in mind, I am in it. Let's give it a second. And I have 2205 M3. Keep that in mind. Well, you can see it right here. Wait, yes, my mouse is visible. I actually forgot that it's invisible. So let's increase it. 2 ships. I can take a total of 2 frigates with me. Or a destroyer. So let's say I want to move the destroyer. I can move the destroyer right now. And that will make 1 or 2 trips less. But now you're going to wonder where I'm going to move to. And I am going to move where you can find all of my characters. And with all my characters, I literally mean at waypoint. And then at waypoint, because I need to come back here a few times. I have lived in that station for a better part of the 11 years I have my characters. My main character at least. I have lived there, let's see, 9 years. With almost all my characters in total. So all my characters will have that place as a base. And the only point other than there, where I've lived, that is, let's see if I can find it, F10. So as you see, I'll be going to Penergam. I have lived there nearly my entire career. Let's see if I can find it this way. Where is it? I know it's... No? I always forgot. I forgot the name of the system. Oh, Bakya is really... should be really angry with me right now. Because I forgot. Oh, there's the Citadel. Forge. Well, I'm close. I am real close now. What the... Okay. Where is it? I forgot the name. Oh, I feel so bad that I forgot it. Oh yes, by the way, the system is 3-dimensional actually. Because the corporation we have is technically seated there. I forgot where we usually lived. I feel so terrible. Well, I do know if I find Jita. If I find Jita. Oh, I feel so terrible. Babkia, what was our system named again? I forgot. And I'm home with my character now. Was it Inaro? Or... I feel terrible that I forgot. But then again, I have lived in many systems, but those are the 2 main systems I lived in. Penergam, Moon 7, Ministry of Eternal Order Assembly Plant. I know it's from the Qatari Police Force, CPF. I don't remember which system. I know we had level 1s to 4 in there, but I don't remember anything else. But I'm not gonna think about that, because I am going to, at waypoint, fly up and down. You will see me move everything. But the whole reason I bookmarked this when I made the corporation, because for those, yes, my corporation is set in Panergam 7, Ministry of Eternal Order Assembly Plant. That is where we live, that is where we will be. And no, you do not need to go there to join the corporation. All you need to do to join the corporation is be an active member in the Hellspawn Army community. But don't expect high ranking in the game, because I do need to protect the corporation for exploitable circumstances, which are quite a lot. I need to close a few things because I've opened a lot of stuff, which wasn't smart of me, and I am going to, because apparently Babia is not responding, so I'm gonna ask it somewhere else. I don't know if he will see it, but if he does, then you'll either answer on stream or I find what I. The worst part is that I don't remember it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not attack the whatchamacallit Thysian Lancers. They do not harm you, so you don't need to be harming them. I did not expect that one. And yes, it's a slow process moving your stuff. But keep in mind, if I buy something in Jita, it will be in Jita. If I buy something in Depari, it will be in Depari. Dipari. Dipari. Sorry if I pronounce any names wrong, because my native language is Dutch, so I do tend to get it wrong sometimes, so my apologies. And I think Babkia is just like, I am gonna ignore you. I am going to ignore you. Because you should remember that. And also, remember to everyone, hi and welcome. If you want to talk, ask questions, do it in chat. For YouTube, you can do it in the comment section below the clip. Unless you're watching on television. I don't know actually where that is. Because apparently you can watch it on TV. It's like... Smart TVs are like... I don't know why, but it can. For those on YouTube, like, subscribe. You know the drill, like... You've heard it like 1,000 times of any other, right? Why do I even repeat it? So to give you now an idea, I fly 2 ships, well technically 3, at once. So I do need to make 3 more runs up and down. But instead of making the 6 runs up and down, I do it in 3. So it's always handy to have a freighter ship like this. This is what is called, in the game term, howling. You are howling the stuff from one point to another. I don't remember who made that song about it, but yeah, you're hauling the garbage of people sometimes. Yes, there is a quest which you can haul garbage. There's an actual in-game item called garbage. So I just got response. So apparently we have always lived in Irjunan Planet 2. I don't remember if it has a moon, yes or no, in the name, but yeah. But as far as I remember, it was from the Kadar police force. Or also named CPF. Oh yeah, I was going to look for garbage. You know, worst part is of being dyslexic? You don't know how to write certain words. Gar. No. Yeah. This is literally an in-game item. Garbage. It also has a description. Like, why do you want to describe garbage? But it exists. And yes, there are people that let you fly the contract missions, and actually what you're hauling is garbage. It's real funny. So he just confirmed to me it was Irjunan Planet 2 CPF, or in other words, Irjunan 2 Kadari Police Force. If it had a moon, I'm sorry that I forgot that, but hey, that's where we lived. We were bored. Although we took newbies along and we did level 4 missions with them, and they were like, our ship can survive that. No, technically, yes you can. If you listen to your FC. Keep in mind, your fleet commander is the last person that makes mistakes in those instances, because they're fleet commander because they know what they're doing. If a person is fleet commander, that means that they know what they are doing. If they don't know what they're doing, they should not be fleet commander. Keep that in mind. I know how to do a bit uncomfortably vanguards incursions. I know how to do them, but for me it's really uncomfortable knowing that the players that could lose their ships can lose about 1 to 100 billion ISK in property, estimated value, or even more. So for me it's more like it's uncomfortable for me as a player, but I know how to do it. If we do a mining up with the whole corporation, if everyone is in the corp, I know what to do when code enters or when something strange happens. I know what to do. But just because you know what to do does not mean you have to be in that FC position. And also, keep in mind, with EVE Online, you are always learning. You will always be learning. I had people saying to me, but I am this old in the game, and I'm like, yeah, so? The game changed, the game evolves. You have to evolve to stay up with the game. The game does not come to your level of experience, no, we will keep changing. And if you don't adapt to the changes, you'll be left behind. You still can have fun by doing your regular stuff, but always keep your eyes out for the changes. How minor they are, minor changes can have big impacts in the game. And I learned that the hard way when citadels were introduced. I was like, what the hell? It took me 3 months to understand citadels. And even now, the only thing I understand about them, other than they exist, is when I warp to them, they repair me, and I don't have to dock for it. But I later learned not all citadels will do that. That was a nasty shock when I found that out, because I was losing my ship, and it was like, nope, we're not repairing you. Okay, damn. Then again, I always tipped the corporation that owned the station, by the way, because I did know that the repairer cost resources to actually use it. Like, if I remember correctly, it uses fuel. It uses fuel blocks. If I remember correctly, keep in mind, I have been out of the loop for a long time with a lot of stuff. And it's just, I can forget stuff as well. But I always tip the people. Just like I always tipped the people when I was mining that cleared out the rats for me while I was mining. They got the bounty, and I was always like, if I was there, I was like, here have 1,000 extra ISP for protecting my ass. To show them appreciation, because there are people that are making their money by ratting in belts. Like, they make their money not doing missions or mining or no. They fly from belt to belt, and they make their money that way. So I was like, well, why not give them a tip when I see them again? Always keep in mind, also, the person next to you could be a PvPer with an alt account. So, respect every player for who they are and what they do. If anyone has questions, you know you can answer them. Yeah, of course. If you have questions, answer your own question. Really? You can ask them in chat or in the comment section below in the YouTube channel. And for everyone, as you can see, here are the accounts. I need to change my channel name, by the way, because that is not gonna work. Yeah, what's your YouTube channel? Channel / UCZ5NHS. Oh, and keep in mind, there are different capitalizations. Oh Christ. I really need to change that at one point. I'm not smart, am I? Oh well. Or drive active. I'm gonna look for a certain character. Pardon me. My stomach is a bit gaseous. Oh, really? Well, I made a new name, Katasumi. This is also the reason I am not using my name, Katasumi. Ah, there it is. Because I want these things. I always love to have them close to me. Control C. Zip, minimize. Oh, I'm already back at Penargon. That's fast. It's really fast. Lols. Delete. Folder. Yes. New note. Lols. So for anyone that remembered me saying about somewhat unwritten EvE rules, it's not like they are the EvE rules. Here are all 18 of them. They're a bit joke rules, but yeah, it's just for fun. Keep in mind, we're always joking around. Usually I change Rule 13, we do not talk about Rule 13. I don't know why I started doing that, but I found it funny.
Docking request accepted.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. That's evil. And this is also a normal part in the game. Flying up and down because you're moving your stuff towards a new station. Let's say the corporation claimed, say, hey, this is our station we are going to work from. It's gonna take you a few times, and there are corporations that do howling for you, but I prefer to keep the money in my own pocket just in case. Because howlers are quite expensive to rent. Because you've got the 3 frogs, how we call them also. Red frog, blue frog and black frog. If I remember correctly, by the way. Because it's been a long time since I have been in contact with the frogs. And each and every one has their own specialty. And they could be really expensive. To give you an idea how expensive howling can be. No, social, yeah. Really, again, I have to go to finance contract. First of all, I can only create one. Search contract. Why did I look again for a tormentor? I don't know. Couriers. I have specified nothing. And let me put it like this. Reward. No, collateral, because lowest first. The lowest collateral, and collateral is what you pay to allow to be flying the stuff. Private property or low sec to high sec. Stuff like that. The amount of jumps, this is quite expensive to do, and if you do it wrong, and this is embarrassing, well, not really embarrassing for me, because hey, everyone makes mistakes. I don't speak Russia, so I don't give an beep ass. I took a contract that was a collateral in $1 million in collateral, and it would pay a billion. I had to go into low sec. Later I found out that the station was locked up, and it was literally meant to scam people out of a million ISK. So I got scammed out of a million ISK. There are so many old scams that I remember. The carbon scam. You are selling a Charon for the Charon price, but if the buyer does not pay attention, he or she bought a carbon. You bought a item for a few, that's normally valued for a few ISK, for a few billion. And if you reported that player to CCP, CCP would blame the buyer, not the seller. Well, the seller would also get a little angry mail, like a tap on their hand, like, don't do that again. And the buyer would be like, and the buyer would hear like stuff like, well, then you should have paid attention. If you know the Ferengi rules of acquisition for any Star Trek fans. If it deals, or any other advice for almost everything, if a deal looks too good to be true, think about it. Do I need to go further? Because it's a scam. The only thing that CCP did hammer on, and they hammered on it real fast, were RTMs. RMTs, sorry. Real money traders. They sell items and ISK for real money, which CCP didn't get a penny from. They hammered on that. And they still hammer on that. If you cheat, they'll know. Because they have a server-sided anti-cheat software. If you bot, oh, they will know it in the end. If you think, oh, I can bot freely, and oh, they will never find me. Guess again. They will find you. If I would pay for every account I have and log them in simultaneously and would give you a multi-viewed screen, I'm allowed to do that. Because I paid for every account and I have to manually do every account as well. I could use Twitch as my personal overview, so I keep my eyes on everyone. But as long as you are going to the rules. They're not really happy about multi-boxing, how it's called. But hey, you're a paying customer, so why punish you for paying the game? But if you're gonna do macros, like press F1 and all the accounts do the same thing immediately, don't do that. Against the rules. I always advise everyone, always read your terms of services. Keep in mind, Bob, it's still very debated if it's allowed. Because yes, they allow it as long as you don't use auto input stuff like that. Like you press one button and everything works automatically and you could go away. But technically they're also against macroing like that. It's a bit a double-edged knife ruling that they gave. But always make sure that you are aware of the terms of services or the user ULA, user agreement, user license. I always forget how it's pronounced. You know what? F12, because I know it's there. It's not there anymore. Really. I always enjoy EVE Online. Like you said, you are a paying customer, so they don't yell at it. Yeah, true. As long as you don't macro everything, like, yes. That's true. You have to do many things manual, but you could say, if you press F1, that all the ships at least do their appropriate thing, as long as they are targeted stuff. Like I said, it's a bit of a gray area in that, because yes, you are paying, but does that give you the right to like do everything like with one button press? Like, it's an ongoing discussion still. So always keep your eyes open for any changes in the rules. And yes, I have seen people being banned for using a bot. So don't be surprised that it could happen. But as Babjak said also, to respond to what I said, like you said, you are a paying customer, so they don't yell at that. As long as you don't macro everything, so you only need to do F1 once to get X client to fire the target at X. So stuff like that. He says it's a bit mixed up, but in the end it's like, that everything works with only one button press. But then again, if you get banned for it, keep in mind, on one side it's allowed, on the other side it's not allowed. So it's a really weird area in EVE Online. Bup, bup, bup. Lock and load. I still need one additional, but yeah, well. Afterburner. Why would I use a passive targeting array? Well, okay. I don't need the web of fire, by the way. I just use the web of fire because I can. So, what time is it? It took me a half an hour to move all my stuff. But this is for personal safety. You do not need to fly with insurance, by the way. Keep that in mind. It's a little, yeah, it's for myself. Just a bit of, for the beginning. Let's do a mission. I miss the old quality area. In the ye old time, you had quality for your agents. The higher the quality, the better the pay. But also the more difficult the mission was. Seek and destroy. So I am gonna do explanations of them, so you know what the mission is when I'm gonna do them again. When I say the name, you know, oh, that's that mission. Seek and destroy. Something just came up that's right up your alley. A few of those dreaded Sancha pirates vessels has been terrorizing passing buyers in the nearby system. We're in that system. We will require you to find and destroy them. You will be supplied with a bookmark to their last known location of the enemy ships. We need them put out of business ASAP. So get going. Know the rules of thumb. Low sex space is more reward. It's risk versus reward. The whole game is like that. Risk versus reward. The better the reward, the higher the risk. Simple. Rule of thumb. Risk versus reward. Seek and destroy objective. The following objectives must be completed to finish the mission. Eliminate the pirate which have been harassing innocent passing buyer. Set location, and IE agent is 0.0 slash, yeah, pretty much. But then again, it's also a bit given that with the removal of the quality, that the payment is now based on your security standing. Sorry, not your security standing, the security status, which is in Panergam 0.9, which is 1 point lower than the highest security status. The lowest is 0.0 or minus 1.0 and to 0.0. It's debatable because that's wormhole space, mostly the minus. So minus 0.1 or minus 1.0 is 99% wormhole space. Then you've got 0.0. Yes, you get a lot of money there for exploration, missions and stuff like that. Next to that, the chance you'll be shot out of your ship is big as well. You can ask a gun fleet or a test alliance fleet, rooks and kings even, the chance that you can lose your ship. But then again, you have a whole alliance of corporations supporting one another in those areas. So it always depends on the whole where you want to do missions. I'm a Care Bear. I'm a proud Care Bear, to be honest. You could say born Empire, raised Empire, die in Empire. But next to that, I do respect all the PvPers for their dedication to their belief. And also, like I said, the restrictions to what I may and may not use in the area is a lot more in this mission then. So, seek and destroy. Let's get some stuff. But yes, in the end, it's always risk versus reward. Or to location.
Warp drive active.
Load ammo. Afterburner. Do I need the status web of fire in the first 4? Yeah, for now. And this is technically how the missions will be going. You get the mission from an agent, in case you are watching with me. You go to point, you get some cool music, and it begins. And I am using the more cinematic camera. So, there are a lot of people here. 5, so I'll put them to 3, nah, 250. Okay, let's go. It will take a while. Well, I've got an afterburner for it. Also, the afterburner discussion there is a discussion going between some pilots, between afterburners and micro warp drives. I am an afterburner person, which means I prefer an afterburner over a micro warp drive. But in the end, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Like I said in all the other episodes, there is no perfect way to play a game. There's actually only one way to play the game, and that is your way of playing the game. Okay, let's keep going. Let's orbit. Next one. I'm sorry for any people getting nausea. I forget that this will take a few quick jumps around the game. By the way, this is the first room or first bucket. So this mission has the starting bucket and the first bucket. This is the first bucket. So let's loot immediately as well. Just to make sure I get everything with me. This is also the reason I always keep my what you call it, my cargo area open, so it doesn't keep interfering with my way of playing. And we got another. Okay, I'm gonna take a little addition, because I'm gonna orbit the ruined monument. Afterburner online. And this is... oh wait, I already said that. I'm repeating myself, not good. So what I just did was a blind fire. I just fired at one of the ships. Usually they will aggro you when you've done that. And at other times it will take a few minutes before they understand they're being attacked. So at this point I am orbiting the ruins, the ruined monument, so I can do this. In the ye old times, shields were like on the ship, but now they're a bubble on the ship. I'm still against that little one. Oh, I forgot to press the right one. Sorry. And that was the mission. So we're gonna loot now. And for anyone that noticed, my shield alarm didn't went off. And that is, the reason is I kept moving. If you move, it is a double-edged knife. The enemy has a chance of missing you, but you have also a chance of missing the enemy. So yeah, it's like if you move, you'll have a chance of surviving much better than if you stay still, because the enemy will hit you much better as well. So it's always like, do you want to sacrifice something for something? And now we're going back home. Dock up. Wrong one. I know where I live, I know. Right there. So it's always like, what do you want for what, actually? That's all. If I remember correctly, that one's better than the other one, since this is a... Oh yeah, they removed the meta technique. Oh well. I usually collect a lot of resources anyway. And this is just how all my streams will be going. Mostly enjoying the music. And since I am, as I said, a mission runner, maybe I will do some mining just to break up the things, but mostly this is my EvE career, mining, mission running. I don't expect many people to get big on it, but hey, I like what I like, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do a few more missions, because why not? I love missions. Ooh! This one is really annoying. I have to grab the small sealed cargo containers. I have a little problem. 15 times small sealed cargo containers are 150 M3. I only have a max capacity for a 135. I have to make a double trip for this. And next to that, and you will see that in a minute. Yes, I know. I'm aware of that. I could use a different ship for that. If I just... I have to warp in and warp out then, so it does not actually matter. No, I'm gonna do the multi-flight. So, I have to make this run twice. And then you think, why don't you just grab a bigger ship? That's because, first of all, I don't want to. I want to do it this way. And I still want this one again. Oh. It's also to show you all that these types of missions are also in the game. Sure, I have to make a double trip up and down. Sorry, I just bashed the microphone. But it's also, it's a long flight, so I do have to fit the ship in any form anyway. So I tend to use my preferred way of flying twice. So you have a safety point like this. This is the starting pocket, or first room, or room 0. It always depends per person. But I usually go from 0 to 1 to 3 to 2, 3, 4, stuff like that. And then in case in certain mission you have a bonus pocket. That's a pocket that's not required, it's just extra. Oh no, this is the other one. Okay, I can do this like what I'm doing now. Okay, first of all, I need to find the targets. There. I need to orbit that. We're gonna have some fun. So, I thought it was a different mission. Sometimes you will have missions that are in your mind like exactly the same, but I misjudged the mission. So, let's do it the fast way. Cleaning up everyone. So, as you notice that I am missing my target and the target is missing me. And that is because of the movement I'm making. There's a chance that they'll miss me, there's a chance that I'll miss them. But in the end, it will be quite handy to keep in mind of the trajectory of the ships. And yes, you are shooting through buildings and stuff like that for some weird reason. So, I haven't touched upon fall-off. So, technically, my optimal range is 5,249 meters. That is my optimal shooting range. But my fall-off range is a little extra area, which, sure you can hit something, but the chance you hit something is smaller. And that is an additional range. It's not preferred to fight that range, but sometimes, well, it works, so why not use it? So, as I said, the reason I am moving is also the same reason I am using a web of fire even on fellow frigates. I will stay the same speed. I will keep this speed as long as I do not get webified. The ship I webify loses 50% of their speed. So, sure, they can hit me easier because they're slower, they move slower, so they can better traject. But also I can much better focus the shots. And that is why I always have a web of fire on me, even that I do not PvP. So as you see, I don't have the mission item yet. And this also will happen in the game. Well, I still don't have the mission item yet. There are a few things here. A warehouse, a pressure silo, and a cargo rig. In some missions you will have destructible buildings in it. But not all destructibles are destructible. You've got this debris which is not destructible, just like this one or this one. So to find which debris is which is destructible and what's not, the best way to figure out is by trying to shoot it. Or what you can do is look up a guide. There are a lot of people that has tested everything. But if you get a warning, if you do this, Concord will will attack you. Keep in mind, Concord will attack you. Also, the explosions do not damage your ship. And here are the things I need, which I can only take 12 with me. So I always use this for a safety reason, because I have to keep in mind that people can scan me out. Do you remember when I'm doing the mission, when I said that people can scan? I am now keeping an eye on my D-scan for anyone that's gonna try to find my mission items.
Docking permission requested.
So the reason I was confused between missions is because one mission you have to fly in, grab items, go out. I thought it was that mission. But since it's not that mission, I made a little fool of myself, but I don't care. I just play for fun, and if people want to watch, people want to watch. And I'm gonna warp back.
Drive active.
And I'm gonna keep my eyes on the D-scanner, or directional scanner, to make sure that I'm not being probed out. Because if I'm getting probed out, I could lose my ship. My stuff. Although there are not many people doing that, there are people that do that. They will take hostage of your items. So for me, it's really important that I get it really fast to safety. Any other items like the pressurized silo items or stuff like that, I don't care. I find it funny to have it, like additional income, but you do not want to lose the very important items like mission items. They are your priority 1 items to get all the time. That's why I also focus on the mission items right away, because I knew they were in that area. Wrong one, I needed this one. That's how important I find them, that I get them first. So now I am going to zoom a bit out because I don't want everyone to go blind after that. I'm laying still so I will get the best hits in. You should notice it's taking a long time to destroy. A really long time. And I also need to make a double trip for that. So, yeah, care. And this is also a way to generate more money in the game. If I want, I could mine every asteroid that's here, which is all another form of income from your mission. And keep in mind, the mission, sure, it will expire at some point. This one will expire the 16th. But in the 16th, you can have an hour to mine all the extra stuff, plus to get the bonus. And I have not even started on the loyalty points yet, because that will be also a whole way of getting money. In the ye old times, star charts would generate quite a lot of money, actually. So keep in mind, if you have questions, throw them in the chat or in the comment section down below. And I will always try to explain as much as I can. Also, for anyone wondering, there is a button called autopilot. We do not use autopilot. Autopilot will warp you towards a distance from your destination, and it will keep warping you X amount of kilometers away from gates and stations. And then your ship will slow boat towards the gate or the station. And that way you're actually flagging to everyone like, kill me, because I have too much money. Ah, my bounty is collected. And always keep in mind, have fun. Because if you're not having fun in a game you play, you're playing the wrong game. Try to find a game where you're having fun. Because I'm having fun at the moment. I would have 10 times more fun if I would talk to people, but it's a beginning. That's also the reason, actually, I'm always in the help chats. So, yeah, that's why I always got help chat open. Just because, well, people that are talking, helping people to learn the game. And sometimes you got trolls in it. They're like, I don't know how this worked. Well, they actually do know how it worked, but they're just trolling. So yes. So I'm gonna stop this because the episode is going to be really long if I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna end the episode after the mission. So I'm gonna pick up the a set of the mission, and then I'm gonna fly back and forth. It's really fast in the end. Really? Well, okay. Yes, they are talking about the most weirdest thing in game. Just because they're talking about stuff does not mean I condone certain stuff. Oh, no, I don't. Extra space. So a quick upside, up, back, up and down. Let's see. Also, anyone that are watching on YouTube or Twitch, if you want to see me do certain things, let me know. You can either email me, send me in Discord, either in the community Discord, or you can DM me in Discord. You could leave it in the comment section or in chat during Twitch when I'm streaming. Because I would like also that you guys have a say in what I will be doing a bit. But keep in mind, in between episodes and stuff like that, I will be focusing in generating money to do minor things like that. So give me ideas, and don't worry if I don't like it, I will do it. So if someone comes to the idea for go fly in goon space, I will fly in goon space. Stuff like that. But when I will do it will be random because I don't want to tip off the goons. In that case. Because I really dislike PvP, so I'll try to survive as long as possible in there. And don't worry, I won't be angry at anyone. Hey, and maybe the way you recommend stuff, maybe that will teach me how to do PvP or stuff like that. Who knows? Okay, color tags, Use and small font. Just to keep it a little bit smaller for me. I think I could better use the big fonts anyway. Because not everyone has good eyesight like me or know what they mean. And I do want to I want this to be a bit of a, not a real tutorial, but on the other hand also again a bit of a tutorial. How do I explain this properly? I want this to be accessible for everyone. That it's explained at certain way, but also to have fun for myself while having fun with other people. And yes, if you find me and you want to duel me, I do accept duels. As long as they're equal in combat level. So don't duel me with a Titan while I'm in a frigate. That's like, come on, really? And that's if you're lucky you can hit me. No, you can duel me, but just let's keep the playing field equal. The only true difference would be skill-wise. Lion says yes.
Docking permission requested.
Okay.
Docking request accepted.
Let's complete the mission and let's complete everything else. So, to YouTube, have a nice day. You know the drill, like, subscribe, you like. I've said it many times before. So, have a safe day, have a nice day, have a nice evening. I don't know your time zone, but hey, have a good time. And stay safe, YouTube.